I kind of failed to mention at the beginning. So the whole purpose of the clay bar kit isn't to be extra or do more steps than needed. All right, how's it going, everybody? Hope your day's going well. This time we're gonna go ahead and do a paint correction. So I plan on doing this to this customer's car. They got light swirl marks. I don't know if you know anything about the swirl marks. You go outside and look at yours. Odds are, if it's an older vehicle, you're gonna have swirl marks. It happens that way through car washes, just using the mitt, bad practice as you wash, even just everyday stuff, dust, when you wipe across it. I mean, there's millions of reasons why you can end up with swirl marks, but it's usually just over an age thing. So we'll go through it with a series of steps to make sure that we get the best that we can. I know you can go as far as the eye can see as far as products and try and get the best result. This combo seems to be working pretty well for me. I did the Cadillac as a kind of a test piece and it worked out just fine. So after we do this one, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the Audi because we're gonna start doing some stuff to that. But this customer would like that and I agree with it. It's even got a nice metallic color to it, especially in the sun. So I can't wait to see the after effect with this. Right now it's dusty, dirty. So as far as the steps go, I'm gonna do the foam wash. Basically, you just fill up your bottle, your foam cannon up with hot water. You'll put this solution in there. It'll put on like a thick layer of foam that's gonna basically lift up the loose dirt and everything on top. That way you're not scratching in, like I mentioned before, when you do bad practice when you're washing with mitts and stuff, not a 2-bucket method, so on and so forth. All that fine dust, that's technically sandpaper. So as you're wiping across it, you're technically scratching it. So we're gonna try and prevent that. After the whole process of a paint correction on any vehicle, you get it ceramic coated, and then you use the touchless wash system with the high foaming, whatever product you wanna use or brand, is just fine. Just make sure you throw high foam on that and then, you know, rinse it off real good. Odds are the water's gonna beat off just fine. You can coat it with wax and all that stuff. So our main focus is to get the swirls out of it and make the paint good. But we're gonna start with this, wash it. Next is clay kit. So clay bar, if you haven't used one, there's millions of videos on YouTube. Basically it's soft. You got harder clay, you got, you know, again, different brands offer different things, but all the Meguiar stuff works really well for me, so I'm sticking with that. You'll have a kit. This towel's from the other kit I had. It'll all come with new stuff, your bottle. I'll show you all that. Then once we do all the clay bar on the vehicle, we'll make sure, again, it's dry and clear. And then we go ahead and start using the machine. The DA polisher, we'll do the cutting with the cutting compound. That takes down the clear coat, takes down those little micro scratches and makes it smooth. We'll do the polish, which even takes out even more of the finer scratches so that you don't see them, and then we'll top it off with the ceramic wax. You can use any wax, but I'll get into that. All these are Meguiar products. Again, they do really well for me, except for the car wash. I mean, I'm trying this one out, but I've done the car wash. All we need to do is just get the car clean. It doesn't have to be nothing crazy. Also doesn't have to have any, you know, additives in it that is a wax. You know, some of them you can get where it's got like the Rain-X in it, or the wax that's built into the car wash, stuff like that. You don't need to worry about that because we're about to technically buff it out and sand it down. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and do the process. Again, like I said, we're going to start with the foam. I'll show you that go on. We're not going to do the whole video for every step that I do, but you're going to get the idea. So just hang in there. All right, now that we got it all cleaned up, dry it off. However you dry it down, even however you wash it, I guess this time it doesn't matter. I mean, you made it this far. So as far as those little scratches and stuff goes and the swirl marks, you might as well just scrub it, get it clean, get it done with. That, because now we're about to start doing the paint correction. So at this point forward, you're probably gonna need to change your washing method. So now we're on to, once this is cleaned up, dried off and stuff, now we're on to the clay bar kit. This clay bar kit, it's a real soft clay. The Meguiar's one is what I'm going to speak on specifically, but there's, like I said, many different brands out there. I like to stick with this. It's got everything you need. It's got the spray. This is an extra one. Again, I've done this a few times. So it comes with the spray, it comes with your towel, and 3 bars. And believe me, 1 bar is actually plenty. As far as the Cadillac goes, the 1 bar did just fine. As a matter of fact, I even thought about keeping some. So I would definitely break these into maybe thirds. Break it into thirds, and you got 3 uses. This 9, 10. However, unless you want to just use 1 bar and get rid of it, that's fine too. So pretty straightforward. You're going to take your detailer spray that comes with it. It's very slick. So this isn't what takes off the grime. It's actually the clay. The clay is tacky, it's soft, but even though you cleaned it, you might have scrubbed it, so on and so forth, there's still going to be stuff that's embedded into the paint, whether it's tar, road tar, tree sap, just debris of any sort. This is going to take it off. So you will feel a difference with this. You spray the spray on, you get your clay kneaded up and stuff like that, get it soft and pliable, and then you're going to basically just go back and forth. You're going to feel the tension and the roughness in the clay, and then you're going to feel it start to get real slick. That's when you know that area is good, and then move on. You don't have to spend a whole lot of time. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. You just take this bar and you just rub it back and forth and kind of work it in whatever motion you want, and then pull out the stuff. You'll feel it get slick. Once it's slick, you move on. So then you take the clay and you knead it and you twist it, you fold it, all that stuff, and then you get basically a fresh spot and go at it again. So the thinner that you do it, it's okay. You'll get used to it as you get hands on with it. But I'm telling you, it seems like no matter how many times you fold this clay over and knead it and tuck in that dirt, 1 fold is basically all you need. Go at it, push it down, fold again, go at it. It'll last forever. So I'll show a couple things, or I'll show a couple clips on that. So right now we'll go ahead and get started. We got this bar. I'm going to break it in sections, take the spray, and I'm going to go at it. All right, I know that the swirl marks obviously are not gone, but the clay bar, from what you've seen, you can see that it's definitely getting stuff off there, okay? The hood usually doesn't get too much a difference. So for example, listen, if you can hear it. Okay, you can see my finger streaks, I'm touching the hood. Okay, now listen to the fender. You hear it? That's all that grime that's on there. So now I'm about ready to do the fender. You can already tell just the gloss enhancement on that compared to down here. Okay. You know what? You might even be able to tell the little section that I did by hand before I even started this. You can see it right there. You see the line? So I'm telling you, just a little bit of compound patience. It's going to go a long way. This is going to be a definite transformation when we're done. So I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to go ahead and do the clay bar. I might show a couple clips of me doing different sections, but to keep this video short and sweet, we're going to have to spend quite a bit of time on going little sections at a time and doing the entire car in clay bar. So I'll show you little clips and then we'll move on to the next step. Kind of failed to mention at the beginning. So the whole purpose of the clay bar kit isn't to be extra or do more steps than needed. Whatever you take off with the clay bar, which you've seen the results, it clearly serves a purpose. When you're going to take the machine and create all that friction heat and you're trying to sand and take off that scratched up layer of clear coat to a nice fresh one, you don't want to be moving all that stuff around that's embedded in the paint or the dirt and stuff like that. That's just you're gonna be chasing your tail at that point. The clay bar really makes sure to get the entire surface as clean as you can before you start using your machine and grinding down into it. So I thought that would be an important note to mention. I didn't mention it and I should have, but so there you go. Okay guys, that's it. That was the clay bar. I hit every panel. Front bumper was kind of rough, but same thing. You've seen it. Probably more down towards the lower end of your vehicle, you're probably going to get a lot of that grime and dirt. Again, every time you spray it, make sure you're on a clean, fresh, fold on your clay. You don't want to transfer the dirt from one section to the other and start doing that. There's no need. Go ahead and fold it. When you start a new spray, you start a new side. As far as that goes, the spray is actually for lubricant so that it can slide real easily. It doesn't serve any purpose other than that. The clay is what does the work. As you can see on the side, just the clay bar alone, see that gloss? Way more glossy. You go around and drag your fingers on this car now and it's way more slick. You would have thought I probably put wax on it maybe a couple weeks ago. It doesn't feel the slickest, but you can definitely tell. Like I said, maybe a couple weeks ago I put wax on it. Is the kind of feeling you would get out of it. But that doesn't do anything for the swirls. So now we're going to move on to using the machine for the paint correction. The first step is going to be the Ultimate Compound. I stick with this stuff. It's pretty good. It does a good job. Use this with the Meguiar's cutting pad. I got a 5-inch plate on this. I don't know what you have. I think they do 5-inch, 6-inch, 4-inch. I know you can get them real down into small sizes for the little tedious parts. I don't think that's the main focus on this, is to get everything we can with the machine that we have with the 5-inch disc. So as far as clay barring goes, that's it guys. Real simple process. Like I said, this kit comes with 3 clay bars. You've seen the clay bar when I started. I didn't even open this box yet. I still had one left over and I still got one more left. So, and like I said, that's the part that I tore off. Still used it, and I could still fold this and get more out of it. I tried cutting it down the middle so you could see how many layers I might have flipped it, but like I said, each time you spray it, you get a fresh side. I think all the way down this side, top, bottom, this whole entire side, I might have done 6 7 sections. The front bumper I split in 2, the hood I split in 4. Same thing with this side, and then the back side I split in probably 4. So as far as clay bar goes, that's it. A lot more slick. I'm telling you, it's a lot more slick. Not rough at all. Big difference. So what that paint correction is going to do is going to help get rid of this, the little stain, the swirl marks, any other little stains and scuffs. But as far as the paint correction goes, that's going to be in the next upload. So make sure you hit the notification, subscribe. That way you can watch that when it shows up. So if you made it through this far, I greatly appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a thumbs up if you like it. Leave a comment down there if I did something different, wrong, good, anything you like, dislike. If you got any tips, remember, it's not just for me. It's also for the community watching. So anybody that might have a question, if you can answer it, that's awesome. If you can ask the question and somebody else can answer it, that's awesome too. So until next time, thanks for watching.